How can I capture stunning sports images without worrying about exposure? Which mode should I use to capture high-speed subjects? How can I play with slow shutter speed?
If you have all these queries and questions, this session will answer all of them. Welcome everyone to another session of Nikon DSLR tutorial. In our last session, we spoke about aperture priority auto mode, that is A mode. In this session, we will be talking about S mode, that is shutter priority auto mode. Now, when you want to freeze a fast moving subject or you want to show any kind of motion, especially the star trails or light trails, or you want to show those milky waterfalls, then S mode is the right mode to shoot in. In order to shoot in S mode, you have to first rotate the mode dial to S. Once you do that, you have to rotate the command dial to change the shutter speed. Now in S mode, camera gives you the liberty to change the shutter speed, wherein aperture is adjusted by the camera automatically as per the available light. Now as I told you, in S mode, camera gives you the liberty to change the shutter speed, wherein aperture is adjusted automatically by the camera. Now if in case you are not satisfied with the exposure given by your camera, you can actually override the exposure by pressing this plus minus button. This button is known as exposure compensation button. Now in order to brighten up your images, you just need to press this button and rotate the command dial towards the positive side. This will brighten up your images. In order to underexpose your images, you again need to press this button and rotate the command dial towards the negative side. Now let's have a look at some of the examples that are shot in S mode. Here is the first example. You see this image of a boy moving. Now in order to freeze this subject, you have to have a higher shutter speed. In this subject, the shutter speed is close to 1/400 of a second, so that we can actually freeze the motion. In the second example, the subject is moving fast towards the camera. Now in this case, you again need to have a higher shutter speed in order to freeze the subject. Here the shutter speed chosen is 1/400 of a second. Now as you can see in the image, this image has been shot in a very low lighting situation. In this kind of situation, you need to expose the image sensor towards light for a longer duration. Hence we have chosen a very slow shutter speed of 4 seconds. Here is one more example of slow shutter speed. Now in order to show a milky effect or a flowing effect on a waterfall, you need to use a slow shutter speed. Here we have used 1/15th of a second shutter speed to show this effect. Now always remember, in this kind of situation, you need to stabilize your camera or mount a camera on a tripod in order to avoid image blur. That was all about shutter priority auto mode. Thank you for watching this session of Nikon DSLR tutorials. In the next session, we will be talking about programmed auto mode. Until next time, this is your Nikon buddy Abhishek Singh signing off.